1, Word Life 1, where your life meets the Word and the Word meets your life. Stepping and strolling. I'm about to drop on y'all one more time the finale of Grand Order of Business, Part 3. I got a special guest in the house, my man Shaquan, and you know what I'm saying. We all up in the business right now. About to let y'all know that this right here, you know what I mean, is the Grand Order of Business finale, last part to the series, and it all deals with this right here, where it says in Ecclesiastes 12 and 14, and Solomon was teaching the people, as we all know through the prior episodes, previous episodes, where we know that Solomon, known as the teacher, is telling the people that now, you know what I'm saying, here's the Grand Order of Business: fear God and keep the commandments, the thou and thou and thou, the 1 through the 10. We all know about those, but we also know about the grandest law, which is the greatest commandment, which is to love the Lord your God with all your heart, with all your soul, with all your mind. And the second is like unto it: love thy neighbor as yourself. But here's the last part of it right here, though, just to let y'all know that he says in so many words that what you got to check and understand is that every deed that's done, whether it be good or evil, will be brought into judgment. Whether it be hidden or not, it will be brought into judgment. And right here, it's just totally saying right here, it doesn't matter, you know what I mean, what you're doing or what you've done, because good, in an aspect of knowing that everything that's good, you know, you might give to the poor, you know what I'm saying? You might give your donations to the Salvation Army, you know what I'm saying? You might be with the United Way, you know, with the fresh white t-shirt with the Live United on the front, you know what I mean? You might be doing that type of business. But on top of that, though, good ain't really good unless you know what I'm saying, align to the one that is of good. And Jesus, Yahweh, Yahshua, comes back, and the rich kid was like, yo, what do I have to do, you know what I'm saying, in order to gain my way through the kingdom? He said, sell all your goods and follow me. But before that, he said, good Lord and Master. You know, he called Jesus good. He called Yahweh good. He called Yahshua good. And Yahshua was like, what's so good about me? You know what I mean? He said, there is nothing and no one good but the Lord in heaven. So, yo, this is the grand order right here in the last point of it all. You know what I mean? If Yahshua, you know, who Lord himself, not to be, you know what I'm saying, supreme and not to be equal, yet he was God in the flesh. And I'm going to jump on that. I'm going to jump on that like in a few more series in a heartbeat. So, yo, y'all best to be ready, because that's going to be nail biting right there. You know what I mean? But on top of that, your good is not really good unless you're aligned to the Spirit of God, unless you're reborn, unless you've changed your heart, unless you know what I'm saying, brought forth to the matter that yet you are a sinner. You know what I'm saying? Because we all sin, and no sin is greater than the other, and all have come short of the glory. Believe that. But on top of this right here, it just goes to show you your good ain't really good unless you're aligned to the Master, unless you're aligned to his good will and his good works and his purpose. For all things are of him and out of him. But then evil itself is evil, period. Murderers, killers, rapists, whatever the case, you know what I'm saying, the robbers, the crack dealers, all prostitution, whatever these advocates may be, evil is evil, period. And none is no greater than the other. So you think about it. Whether you hid your murder, whether you hid your habit, whether you hid your crime, whether you hid, you know, whatever it is that you did, whether good or evil, guess what? When the judgment comes, and believe me, it's on the way. And I ain't trying to scare nobody, but this right here is the real deal right now. I told y'all, yo, this is the realest page right here that's gonna be brought forth to all social media right here. And I don't care who don't like it, but this is what it is, yo, and this is what it's gonna be. Your evil is evil, and your good is good, and whatever you hid from him, all I seeing is gonna know, and it's gonna be brought into that final day. And so forth. If you want to find real freedom, change your heart, change your ways. You know what I mean? And on top of that, it ain't gonna be easy. It's never gonna be easy to do the will. It's never easy because the temptation of this world, the corruption that comes with this world is dead up for real. Even on good following people, even God-fearing people, no matter where you standing at, whether your habit is so overriding you that you can't control it, whether your tendencies are so raw and vicious that you can't hide it, that you're willing to just go all out and end it off now. I'm telling you, you do that, yo, your redemption is in vain, yo, definitely. You know what I mean? So on the aspect of talking right here and on the aspect of letting y'all know this is the Grand Order of Business Part 3. And you check the word, you meditate on it, you get it in your thinking, get it in your heart, because this is what's gonna happen. When the final moment, when the clock strikes and everything is set in the rights, where you standing at the end of the day? Are you living in the temporal aspect? Or just breathing and moving through the courses of the day? Or are you doing the will of God for your life? Are you telling somebody? Are you helping somebody with God's will, with God's help? Are you really doing what you're supposed to do? Because here's the grand total right here. Here's the sum total right here. If you're doing what you're doing, and if you've been rescued by the act of salvation, instead of handed the hand that we all been dealt by damnation's course, then guess what? You in for the win. You on the winning team. But unfortunately, all of us ain't gonna meet that. So on notice saying, everybody got a chance to get in and to meet the gates. You know what I'm saying? When it's time. Nah, you ain't gotta be perfect. You just do what the purpose asks. You just do what the man says. You just be obedient in your sacrifice. And on that note, y'all, this is what it is. Grand Order Business Part 3, the finale. Yo, y'all be checking me out. Twitter, YouTube, you know what I'm saying? Facebook, I'm gonna be hitting y'all up. This is what it is, y'all. And on that note, we out. Peace. Word, life, one.